side. When I speak about battery side means this is where we can connect our battery negative and battery positive. And it's covered with this plastic, and it requires a 14 millimeter here. I loosened this already to get those plastic covers off. And then it does expose those studs, which also come with a nut, split washer and washer. And I'm just connecting one of the sides, and I will connect one of the sides depending on your battery terminals. There are two different lugs on, or you have your own wire, which you can just use and connect here. So anyways, we need to route it this way. And then we can throw on this plastic cover, do the same. Since it's plastic, be careful with tightening it. Don't over tighten it. It's also, yeah, there we go. It's also 14 millimeter. We'll do the same here with the positive. When you connect it, you want to have the wire touching the metal here. Then we want to have the washer, and then the split washer, and then the nut. Very important. Make sure the orientation is going down of the wire. Hand tighten it. Put on the protective cover, and there we are. That is all for the battery. And before you connect any AC on the other side, which we'll get there, you have to connect the battery first. Very important. That's what it was calling out. That was one of the things which I actually found helpful in the manual. I want to introduce you one more thing, and that's this remote. And this remote is separately sold. It has basically the same display like it has on this unit. It does come with this display. It has a nice aluminum frame, I feel like. It's aluminum back here, so this is really solid. That's nice. That's actually nice. And it comes also with nice and stainless steel bolts, which look pretty nice when you install this one in the wall. It does also come with the wire, which seems to be a network size wire, so it has like 8 little wires in here. So you connect it in here in the RS485. That is where your remote would be connected, and then they have a pretty lengthy wire, which you might be able to extend if you need to, I guess. Now we'll switch on the other side and connect the AC power. Actually, before we do that, please connect negative and positive to your battery. Do connect one of the wires first to your battery, and what you should do, in my opinion, because you don't want to avoid any inrush of current going through, use one of those little resistors. I have a 50 watt equal resistor, which I just use. Hold it when one side is connected, hold it to the other side and connect it to the other terminal. So in that case, it just makes sure that you do not damage your inverter. So let me connect it to the battery. So let me connect the negative first in this case. In my case, I have 13 millimeter bolts here. The first one connecting, not a problem. Tighten it down. There we go. Before I connect this one, I'm using my resistor, connecting it here. There you can see it. Now I'm safe to connect it here, so that's very important. And I should have loosened this already. And done. Here we have on this side our fuse, AC fuse. We have those three, our AC input. We have an AC output, which could be just, for example, an outlet. And then we have two extra outlets here, and it says output. AC output is maximum 10 amps per. So in my case, I like to make things easy, so I bought off Amazon this one, which comes already stripped, almost stripped. I had to re-strip it a little bit and make it longer, but that's how it comes already. So this one will be my AC input. It means you're not connecting this to a wall, nothing. You just have to make sure you have it stripped far enough back. Our AC input, here we have the neutral line and our ground. So in America, we are in California, America here. Of those three, we need to use the white one for neutral, black for line, and we do have green for ground. So that's how it goes in. As mentioned, you need to make sure it's not connected, and you need a Phillips screwdriver. So undo all of those ideally as far as you can, and then connect them each individually. Put them in as far as you can so they're not sticking out. I'll continue with the other two. And then afterwards, you just check that they're all tight in there. Very important. So then I do provide you with this little cover, which we'll put on just there to make it safe. And we're not accidentally touching it, so they also provide you with those Phillips screws. One is not usable because it's just metal in there, so I'll have to find another one. But you get the idea. It's, you know, protecting you and whoever is there. All right, that's it. What you can connect is over here, maybe an outlet, maybe a hair dryer or charger, whatever you need. And we will now move it over here. All right, let me fire it up and plug in the AC. There we are. You can see there's some movement, some beep. We will go in here. There we go. Right now, AC input priority means it's pulling from the wall outlet, right? So here you can see everything's good. It looks like a pretty solid. Few little interferences here, if at all. You can see it holds the 60 Hertz almost. Pretty solid here as well. Hope that makes sense. You can see that. Let me start a heat gun, which is plugged into the inverter, and for power, which should be around 60 to 70% of load. So now you can hear it in the background, and we can see it's running. The inverter, the fan is kicking in. It is at 66%. I'll show you later when we do the load test a little bit more. I want to now switch over to the battery, which means I will unplug right now when the test is going on the power cord from the AC. Noise-wise, there was a little change, but immediately you see it here in the background maybe. So I told you there is some kind of additionally this little remote, which is an aluminum frame, and I think this is just a sticker kind of. And here it's also aluminum, nice solid. It comes with 4 bolts for all corners, stainless steel I would say, and you can read it pretty well. It has the same display, so when you click in here, or at least what it displays here, you can see it's turning on the LED light. It's not happening on this unit, so they're kind of independent, but also depending on what's in the background happening, which is cool. So right now you can see the flashlight, for example, they are not in sync, which I don't think is a big problem, as long as everything is the same what it displays. And so far, all the information were in sync, so that's good. Sometimes I felt like there was a little delay, but not that it's worth really, well, worth mentioning it here right now, but not that it's a problem at all. So pressing OK, you can see it's switching. I can do the same settings what I do also on the main unit. So I can now switch between system modes, etc. So what I want to do next, I'll put this to the side again. What I want to do next is testing how much this unit in standby pulls. And I'll do that mainly from the battery, because that's where I can measure it. At the moment I don't have